Hey everyone, welcome back to Freinage Tardif, the podcast that always breaks late but never misses the apex. Today, we're heading to the Aston Martin paddock where Payne had the final say. Lance Stroll out of the Spanish Grand Prix at the very last minute, and the question is, was it a medical call, sign of weakness, or just good judgment? We'll break it all down and take a look at the plan B and even the plan C that might be brewing back in Silverstone. So, Spain. Stroll is out. Officially, the news dropped a few hours after the qualifying. So, Lance Stroll would not start Sunday's race. The reason was pain in his hand and wrist. So it was off to the hospital for a checkup and possibly a medical procedure. But what Aston Martin's chief trackside officer Mike Crack shared after the race paints a deeper picture. And that picture goes back to 2023. So remember, he had a cycling crash during preseason testing. Yeah, multiple fractures, surgery, and a miraculous comeback for the Bahrain opener just 2 weeks later. Well, turns out those injuries never truly went away. Um, what do we mean with that? It was an invisible pain. Here's where it gets interesting. Crack, he explains that in Formula One, no one checks the driver every 5 minutes to ask, "Are you in pain?" It's usually a quiet chat with a physio or a subtle sign. Something you pick up if you're paying close attention. And Lance is a fighter. Like in 2023, he gritted his teeth and carried on. But this weekend, his body finally said, enough. Quick side note, we talk a lot about drivers' mental strength, but their pain tolerance, well, that's a whole different beast. And sometimes pushing through can backfire. So, what did Aston Martin do with their number two driver? Well, nothing. No replacement for the Spanish Grand Prix, not enough time, not enough logistics. But for Canada, they have to be ready. So, Plan A, Lance come back, full force, also on the Grand Prix. Or Plan B, Filip Drugovich and Stoffel van Dorn. They are two strong reserve drivers who both happen to be racing in Le Mans the same weekend. And with Jack Crawford is still short of the required super license points, options are running thin. So, yeah, Aston Martin, they have drivers. They're just all booked somewhere else. And so, what is Mike Crack really saying? The message is clear. He said, "We hope Lance is back, but if not, we'll trigger Plan B." The problem is that even Plan B isn't rock solid. With Le Mans clashing with Montreal and drivers being torn between endurance racing and F1 commitments, Aston Martin is facing a real schedule headache. Crack, he keeps it real. He said, "I'm not a doctor, so it's hard to predict." The bottom line is, we wait and we'll see. So, should we be worried about Stroll? Maybe not. But this last minute withdrawal does raise a bigger question. How deep is Aston Martin's bench really? And if their home hero can make it in time to the grid in Montreal, that's a blow for the team and for the fans. For now, Drugovich and Van Dorn, they better keep their phones charging and maybe cancel that overnight Le Mans stint, because they might receive a call. Thanks for tuning in to Freinage Tardif. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a 5-star rating, hit subscribe, and most importantly, brake late, but brake smart. Catch you soon for more paddock passion, raw takes, and zero BS. Bye bye.